my hair. Oh, let's fix you up a little bit. This lighting, I tell you what. One of these days, I'm going to figure out this here lamp. I think that's a little bit better. Okay, let's go. Let me get over here on YouTube land and figure all this out. Hello, everybody. Spark joy in life. Hello. Hello. Here we meet again. No, Misty, good grievous. That's not even the right word. We met over here earlier. And here we are again. That's right. Hello again. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? All right, let's. Oh my goodness, Misty, get it together. I promise we're gonna get it together. We're getting ready to go over, and we're gonna have Sam come over here shortly. What is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. All right, we're gonna save this. We're gonna go live on Instagram. I don't know what's going on over here. Good lordy, lordy, lordy. There it is. Okay. And let me go live right there. Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Emerald City. Hey, damn it, Janet. Well, welcome. We are kicking off the cross marketplace collaboration with Virtual Antique Marketplace and Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Hi, Living a Simple Life. I'm glad that you're here. I see that you're watching on YouTube, which is totally fine. If you want to watch on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, happy to have you here. In order for you to, oh, good, Kim. I'm glad you got that figured out. In order for you to be able to purchase an item from the sale this afternoon, you will need to come over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com, become a member. It is completely free. If you want to purchase items, obviously, then you have to pay for things. But you can come over and join the community. It is free, and it is a wonderful community to come over here. We go live, we hang out, we chat. There's all kinds of sales going on. There are great, wonderful small businesses that you can purchase items from if you would like to. So come on over. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? We're all about community over here on Virtual and we're all about curated over chaos. That's kind of the thing that I'm like, that's the phrase that's like going through my brain when I'm thinking about my my outlook and my vision for VAMP is community over chaos. We are not curated over chaos. We are curated vintage. So every item on Virtual Antique Marketplace needs to be at least 25 years old. And we are a vintage home decor marketplace. So come on over. Thank you, Kim, for putting that in the chat. All right. I saw that Christine just had a live sale. I have to stay away from Christine Grey Wolf's live sale sometimes because she tempts me. She's a temptress, that Christine Grey Wolf is, with her jewelry, and it's just amazing. She's a little temptress. She is. All right. Hi, Chris. Meow meow. Hey, I just want to let you guys know we haven't posted the graphic for it yet, but me, Amy, Enamor Amy, and Jamie Mid-Century Wasted, the three of us squirrel friends, the three of us kitty cat friends, we're going to have a live chat on YouTube on my channel on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So put that in your, I'm about to say put that in your diaries. Put it on your calendars. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a vintage community chat. So if you are a buyer, if you are a seller on whatever platform you're selling on, we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk a little bit about what the environment right now is looking like as far as vintage reselling. So come on over and join us. It's going to be at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So we're still being caffeinated by then. That's not like it's in nighttime. So come on over and hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get the graphics going. It's just something that we're working on. It's something that we're going to try to do at least once a month, but we'll see how we go. So come on over and hang out with us. It isn't going to be, we're just going to have a chat. We're just going to hang out. We kind of had a little bit of a like a preview of it this morning when I decided to go live on my shipping day, just because I did get all my shipping done, by the way. I went live and I got all of my shipping done in a couple hours. So that's kind of the beauty about shipping when you're on VAMP. I had my YouTube sale, but also the shipping on VAMP. It's so easy. It didn't take me very long. Not at all. So come on over. Hi, Catworm. Hey, Grady, which is Gavin. I don't know. Do you want us to call you Grady or Gavin? Gavin, we need to know. Grady, Gavin, Grady. Caffeine. What, Kim? How do you live? How do you live, Kim? I gotta have caffeine. Okay, so is Lisa here? Did Lisa? There she is, Miss Lisa. Lisa, I'm coming back to Disney in January, Lisa. We're coming back. We're hanging out at Disney. We're gonna go back to probably the end of January. So we'll have to do it all over again. Yay! Yay! Okay. All right. I'm going to have Sam, who is the founder of Vintage Jewelry Addicts. She is lovely and she's a boss. She is a boss. So she's going to come over here in a few minutes and you can learn a little bit about Vintage Jewelry Addicts, and we're going to kick off this sale. It's going to be, we want you to come in and join these sellers. What's going to happen is we're going to start in with me. I'm going to have a sale at 6, and then we're going to go and we're going to raid the next seller. And you know what? I should have looked at this. Oh, thank you. I love these. Tulips are my favorite flower. We are going to raid. I should have looked at this before I went live. I didn't, though. Come on, computer. Bella's Treasures. Bella's Treasures. We're going to be raiding her. She is now some of the sellers might be a seller on both of the marketplaces. But yay. Okay. All right. There she is. There's Sam. I'm going to have Sam. I'm going to invite her to co-host. You know, when you were hanging out with Sam and I last time, we had a little bit of problem getting this. I think that's going to work. Oh my gosh. Look at you. Gosh. Why didn't you tell me you were wearing a uniform?
Yeah. I had to do
it. Your Earth Day.
I had to do an outfit change. Some color, guys.
Great. Here, mine just says exist loudly.
Beautiful. Perfect. That's exactly about.
You're gorgeous. Look at you. I know Willie's probably like spinning around in his chair right now because he thinks Willie, which is Willie in the house, he thinks you're the cutest thing that has ever walked the face of the earth. Just so you know. He's a big fan. What do you think of the look, Willie? Not of me.
It's really cool. It's like a toga. I'm wearing a toga, guys.
He said he's going to turn out straight yet.
That's awesome. No, a compliment from a non-straight male is the highest of compliments. Okay. Can we keep it real here? Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Are you guys excited? Are you excited, Misty?
I am really, really excited. We've been working on this for a while, and it's just like, it was like far away. And then like last week I was like, oh, that's next week. So it is. We're really, really excited. We're both very, very proud of our marketplaces, and we're very, very proud of our sellers. They are working really, really hard. They've curated their items for the sales tonight. So we really hope that you come over and you show them some love, show up in their sales, give them some, you're doing great. We have a seller on VAMP, which is, I am gratefully blessed. It is her very first VAMP live sale. So she's a little nervous, but so we're going to show her that she's doing good, and we're all a community and we're all here to help one another. So
yes, we are.
That's kind of the beauty about this community, I think.
Oh my gosh, it is such a powerful, like, what's that phrase? As one we can do something. As many, we can go far. Like when you
Ask
have
Willie.
that tribe.
Willie remembers all those sorts of things.
Willie, what is the proverb about? It's an African proverb. Trivia time. But yeah, I mean, like your future resale venture is just one live sale away.
I
It's
agree.
Just one jump into the water.
You know what? I agree with that though too, and and I know that Sam, that you have had a lot of sellers too in your marketplace that it's their very first time. They're just getting started. They're very nervous. They don't know. They're trying to find their rhythm. They're trying to figure it out. And all I can say is, if you're thinking about selling live, you just got to do it. And it will be very weird at first, but you will learn something new every single time you go live. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and I learn something new every single time I go live. So you just got to give it a try. You got to get out of that worry boat and get into the, you know what, I can do this boat. So you just got to give it a try. Oh, there she goes. She found it. Many hands make light work. I like that though, Kim. Many hands make light. Which Sam and I have had this discussion before. Sometimes you have all the hands, and you're doing all of the hands, but that's okay. And then you end up getting stressed out and having a little bit of a breakdown. But that happens sometimes. But you got to believe in yourself and what your own capabilities are. And whether you have 100 people at your live, whether you got 2 people at your live, it only takes one person to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and every time you go live, you're going to get a little bit more relaxed, and you're going to get a little bit more at ease. And I've said this time and time and time again. If you go back and watch my very first YouTube video, or my very first live sale,
you should have a watch party of your first.
Seriously, my very first live sale, I need to go back in the archives and find it and maybe post it in the community tab. I did not know what I was doing. Nobody was really doing it. So it was just kind of, it was a novel thing. Now everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's got a marketplace. Everybody's starting to, but you have to, it can be very, very competitive and very, very hard, but you will find out that the more that you do something, the easier that you'll get. And honestly, when you go live and you find your community and you're hanging out with your people, it's a boost to your self-esteem, and you figure out, hey, there's people out there just like me that like the same things that I do. So
weird like me.
Yeah.
Right?
Weird like me. Yeah, that's right.
Weird like
that's right.
There,
you know what? I think there was probably back a day and time when being quirky was like not a positive thing. Like you'd say, oh, she's so quirky. But now it's like, you call me quirky and I love it.
The 80s was not cool in the 80s.
No.
You had to be trendy and preppy. And I mean, that's what Pretty in Pink is all about.
I agree.
She's quirky.
Right.
But she's awesome.
Oh,
right?
Ducky.
We love
and little Ducky. Yeah. Oh, little Ducky.
Is Lucky Ducky in here?
No, but like Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. We love him. I would have dated him in a second.
Same.
I don't know why. He was so cute.
He was so cute. But, the ultimate heartthrob for me in the 80s was Jake Ryan from 16 Candles, who I think is like 70 years old now. I think I had seen that somewhere, and I was like, oh, well.
I know. Time catches up. Vintage becomes vintage quickly. Oh, man.
Very true. That is very, very true.
Be below, guys, that you just can't get enough.
No.
Willie and I have a side joke about E.T. because I wasn't alive when E.T. came out, so apparently.
Well, here's the thing: Willie has never seen Titanic. He's never seen. Yeah, there's a couple other movies that he has said he had never seen before. Star Wars, none of those. He's never seen any of those, so we'll forgive him. But he has a sign.
We need to sell him the 1996 VHS of Titanic, since that's vintage. sell that here in VAMP.
Oh, somebody. He's never named Rudolph Frosty. Like, were you living under a rock? Were you in some like weird religious compound where nobody had TVs?
Maybe he was. Shared effort to greater results. I like that one as well.
I like that too. That's really, really, I love that. We need to keep those little things coming. Put those in the chats. I think those are really helpful too. If you are, a member of either marketplace and you come up with like a little helpful quote, you never really know something that you might say might really leave an impact on somebody else if they're having, a bad day, and that might really resonate with them. So put those in the chats on the channels, because a lot of times people, they kind of need a little bit of a reminder. I don't know why I'm doing. So Sam, tell everybody that's here on Virtual Antique Marketplace a little bit about Vintage Jewelry Addicts. Tell us about your marketplace. Yeah, tell us about your marketplace.
Thank you for asking. Well, here at Vintage Jewelry Addicts, we are crazy, awesome, addicted. Is our cat. And we're not ashamed about it. So I founded Vintage Jewelry Addicts because what I noticed about jewelry buyers is that it's not about one, it's not about two, it's not about three, it's about all of it. It's about collecting. It's about I have fallen in love with Hattie Carnegie or Napier or Weiss or Art Deco or 60s Egyptian revival, and I want all of it. And I realized, much like you did, Misty, about, filling a hole or a void. Yeah. I realized there's not one place to shop for jewelry. Many online marketplaces, it's a little bit of everything. Cherish as a great example. They're furniture and jewelry. And I'm like, okay, that's. So I was like, I want to create the dedicated place for vintage jewelry. Now, also allow hats and accessories and bags. Yeah. But when people ask me about that, I'm like, I would sprinkle it in. We are truly jewelry people. And the best part about jewelry, it's fairly size free. Yeah. So we can, wear it all and not multiple pieces at once, right? I can't wear 5 dresses at once, but I can wear 5 bracelets at once. Right. Our goal is just to help keep more jewelry out of the landfill. Yeah. It is for someone's grandmother's estate to find a new home. It is for a seller in Southwest US to make extra income because they've got great access to estate sales, and then they can sell it at a great price here in Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And it's been so fabulous because, as you guys know, the sky is the limit with our marketplaces. You make them amazing. So Misty and I thank you for being members, buyers, cheerleaders, sellers, promoters. And, I really believe that the tipping point is yet to come. And it's nice to be at this place because we can kind of talk to all of you, right? Yeah. But there's going to be a day where it will be, there's going to be a lot of energy happening. Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're about. And I'm so passionate to continue to grow Vintage Jewelry Addicts. And thank you to VAMP for being a part of that. And I want all of our jewelry addicts to also join VAMP because we buy everything secondhand. Except maybe underwear is up for debate. Well, I often like to say, that's why I love shopping at a good vendor mall. And a good vendor mall, sometimes you can find the best vintage amongst the bras and the underpants at the flea market, because they're like, hey, we're just underpants sellers. We don't care about kitsch. We don't care about this jewelry. We just want to sell underpants. So you can sometimes find the most amazing pieces in the most unpredictable places. Yeah. So, and the beauty about, having the marketplaces and you joining as a seller on a marketplace is that you are seen, heard, and appreciated. So Sam and I both have our hands into our marketplaces. So we're very, very involved with the buyers and the seller aspects of it.
So you aren't just a name on a wall. You're not just you are a valued member of our marketplaces, and we do appreciate that you believe in us and that you're here. So, and that goes for our buyers as well. I mean, we do vet our sellers, so we make sure that our sellers do follow standards and guidelines. I know, like on VAMP, every item must be at least 25 years old. We do sell jewelry on VAMP, but we don't, we're not a general merchandise marketplace. We want you to know that when you're coming here, you're going to find everything that is curated vintage for your home, for your collections, and that sort of thing. So it is, it's something that we both strive on and believe in. And we have wonderful admin teams that are just spot on and are always a big help. And I know that throughout the sales tonight, I'm in ridiculous, and I have an hour-long meeting. I got to race home as soon as my sale is over because I forgot that I had a meeting at 7 o'clock that I have to race home. But luckily, I did. It dawned on me 2 days ago.
Hands, remember? Hands, everything.
Yes, I know. But luckily, we have amazing admins that are going to be available in the chat. So if you are a buyer or a seller and something happens and there's an issue, and also I want to give a shout out to District for, kind of being there, making all of this happen. They're wonderful. They listen. It's a wonderful marketplace. So shout out to District for allowing us and helping us coordinate this. So we really do appreciate it. We got hands. We need more than 2 hands.
That's hands.
We need more hands.
Great is like some sort of song that we like sing.
Come on, get happy.
Come on. Yes.
Well, and that's the thing. We were trying to think of what we wanted it to be called, and we were kind of like, and I'm like, come on, and we were like, yes, that's it. It's a changing. Well, some of you live where it's nice weather all the time, but here in the Midwest, we're starting to get happy because we can actually be outside with our flip-flops on and our sandals without a coat. So we're getting happy about the change, new beginnings of spring, and so we thought it was kind of fitting.
And I mean, secondhand is supposed to make you happy. These are treasures. These aren't, these are mostly one of.
It is. And that's one thing I wanted to say that's really cool, I think, about jewelry pieces is, especially if you get a piece of jewelry, and you look at it and you can tell how loved it once was. So the story behind it, maybe somebody got it as a wedding gift. Maybe it's, something that they cherished. It was a gift from a loved one and they wore it, and just the wear to it and the stories that it tells. And I think that that's kind of vintage in a nutshell. The past and the history, and that you're giving it a chance to have a new life again and to shine, and that history is still there and it's able to live again in the modern world. So it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of fun, the history behind each piece. And don't you all with it wish that you could just touch something and, like, for a split second just kind of see, like, who owned it at one time? You never know. One of you jewelry people, you could have had a ring or a brooch or something that like Queen Elizabeth wore. You never know how something got to where it got, and I think that that's fascinating to me. Oh, I like that, Karen. It is adding sunshine in your life and home.
That's our new proverb. Vintage is adding.
We'll put that in the Vintage Bible. So the Queen Karen version of the Vintage Bible, we'll add that in a nice little ad in there.
It's perfect. Perfect. From you guys, like, what's been your favorite grab, especially in VAMP? Misty, do you have a favorite grab?
Well, everything that I'm selling tonight are figurines, because I'm like obsessed with figurines right now. I like things with faces. And, I love anthropomorphic things, but, little kitschy figurines is kind of, and, like, look at her little butt back there. But I'm like in her little flower. So I kind of want to, there's a saying in the vintage community right now that's bring the brooch back, like they're the brooch gang, they're bringing the brooch back, because, back in the 50s and 60s, you did not leave the house unless you had your brooch and your gloves and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, let's bring the figurines back. Bring the figurines back. I love them. They're amazing. And they're just little.
They're like, they're like on your shelf.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta make your shelves happy. Make your shelves happy again. Add a little bit of whimsy to your decor. I'm noticing so many of the younger generations wearing brooches on their tops and coats. Yes, I noticed that too. And the one thing that I love seeing are men wearing the brooches on their lapels. Yeah. Don't even get me. If Pedro Pascal walked in my door right now with a brooch on his lapel, I would have to end the sorry, Mark, but I'd have to end the live right now.
Love it.
But yeah. So I love seeing that. What, Sam?
I was saying Misty's making her known.
Oh, it's already known. I mean, it is a known fact from my husband. He's like, yeah, I know. Pedro's your guy. He's the perfect man, according to me. So Lisa says you can do so much with jewelry, wear it as it is, display it, craft with it, and use it to make a complete costume. Absolutely. I love seeing the bridal bouquets that people make with brooches. Those are beautiful works of art. Expensive, probably more expensive than a flower bouquet. And I just paid for a wedding, so I know how expensive flowers are for a wedding.
Was your daughter or son?
Yep, my daughter. Oh gosh, your daughter. Sam, don't even start. I hope one day my son will get married. That's my dream in life, for my son to get married someday.
He's a boy. He's got all the time.
He's a boy, and he also doesn't really like to socialize. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not going to rush him, but I keep saying we need to set you up on a play date. He's 22, so he doesn't need his mom to set him up on a play date, but he's my baby. He needs to find a
give him 10 years start freaking out. Yeah, he's good. He's
good. Lisa says, I've always worn brooches when they weren't popular. People still gave me compliments. Gotta love a brooch. Wait a year for my. Okay, I will do Cheryl. That way, Cheryl and I can be related. We'll do that. Emmeline and I were going to want to be related. She's trying to hook him up with one of her granddaughters, but her granddaughters all have boyfriends, so he's still wet behind the ears.
Yeah,
I made a brooch bouquet for my wedding. Oh, see, those are. Cool. I don't know. I'm learning a lot about jewelry. I've always kind of stayed away from it just because it made me nervous. Because you sometimes tend to stay away from things that you don't really know about because you don't really know a lot about them. But it is fascinating to watch some of the jewelry sellers because you can learn a lot of information that you didn't know. So even by watching a live sale, even if you're attending the sale, even if you're not planning on buying anything, you learn so much. About the different cuts of the gems and the way it's faceted. So you can really learn a lot from a knowledgeable seller when they're selling their pieces. And that's for jewelry and for vintage home decor too. You can really learn a lot just by hanging out in the chats. And people are really engaged and maybe will ask a question to the seller. And I think that it's okay as a seller. If someone asks you a question during live and you're like, I don't really know, it's okay. None of us are experts on any one particular thing. We're constantly learning. We sell so many different things that I cannot remember patterns to save my life on glass or any of that kind of stuff. So it's okay to not know everything. If someone asks you a question, we are not PhDs in what we're doing. We find things that we think are pretty and that we think are valuable and that we think somebody else would love. And we learn, and then your people that are watching your sales can also learn as well.
I agree. And sometimes I've had moments I go, you know what? I'm going to research that right now, really, really quickly. Yeah. Let me just, and then it becomes a whole thing, and it's, but it's nice because your unknowingness if people are contributing to it in the comments, it helps lead to the sale, I have found.
I think so too. Do you guys get people asking where you sourced your item from? Um, no, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really, because I create YouTube content, so people know where I source my items from mainly.
True. Yeah. You're like transparent.
Yeah, it's kind of, but honestly, I think my favorite, one of my very favorite things to that I have purchased for resale, and then you find, is at an estate sale auction. We don't have estate sales where I live. They're auctions, so it's an all day event, and you have to go through the fishing poles, the coins, the
Gosh.
stuff that you don't really care about. But
Yeah.
I have found really touching pieces that you're like, I don't really want to sell this. I went to an estate auction, and I bought art, like I consider them artifacts, from a woman who tucked little notes in all of the little pieces, so it kind of gave a little bit of provenance. And I know it was amazing, and the family was there, and I made it a point to go and talk to the family and learn a little bit more about her. And I mean, it's kind of, you have to be very sensitive when you do it, because I couldn't be at an auction when people were selling off all of, like, my loved one's things. But sometimes it's closure for people. So, but I think that it's interesting to find a little bit of the history about whose items these were. And a lot of times the family doesn't want the stuff anymore. I know that sounds very insensitive, but we don't know their reasons why. It isn't any of our business. So I think a lot of people can, like, harp on people for, like, well, you're buying someone's, they just died, and you're grabbing all their stuff. Sometimes the family needs to get rid of the stuff. They have to
So
unload it.
some,
They're on a time crunch, and they have to get loaded. They
yeah,
have to get it.
it actually, I mean, oftentimes the family is either they're unloading because they have to sell the house because they can't keep paying the mortgage,
Right. Right.
right? Because they take on the debt,
Yep.
or the funeral. They had a proper funeral. They didn't cremate. I mean, cremation still costs a lot. So they're like paying for the funeral, and it's really heartbreaking, because then
Yes.
you're like, oh, should I be paying double what I'm paying just to make sure that there's more money going back into the pockets of the family members? So that happens.
Don't you ever wonder, like, when it's my time, what's like, is anybody going to want the stuff that I want? I mean, maybe. I don't think my kids would. So sometimes if you have an eclectic person and they have an eclectic style, and their family is not that, they don't like those sorts, they may keep a couple little things, but they don't really want to keep a lot of the, maybe they don't like jewelry. Maybe they'll never wear jewelry. And, they maybe keep something of that, that I guess you have to think about it. When I go, I don't really care what happens to my stuff. Do you really care what happens to your stuff? I don't care what happens to my stuff. I mean, some people probably do. Yeah, you will, Amy. I want to go to it too, Amy. I'm going to go to your estate sale.
We're all going to go as ghosts. We're all going to be ghosts.
We're all going to go as Amy. We're all going to go to Amy's estate sale. I also want to go to Willie's estate sale too. Amy and I are going to go to your estate sale someday, Willie.
Yeah, don't give it to Goodwill. Right.
Yeah, and it's okay for people to not be sentimental about things. I agree with that too. You have some people that are very sentimental, and that's okay. But you got some people that's like, you know what? I'm just going to keep this one thing. That's like a good reminder, a memorial of this person, and we're going to let the other stuff go. So yeah, I mean, I think that that's fine. Everybody has different stories, and everybody has different experiences. So that's just what happens. I've learned my mom and dad's parents pay attention to who, what, make sure they get before you're gone. I want to dig through those boxes too.
So I have not kept all of her jewelry, and this was the one that I kept. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, it matches your fingernails too. That's amazing.
You're just like look.
Oh, wow. So how old is that, Sam?
60. Yeah, it's unmarked. Actually isn't marked. Have I just not looked at the markings for a long time? Okay, I need.
If I have
I
need
like
every time that I'm like, oh, this isn't marked, and then you're selling, you're like, oh, wait a minute,
and you're
it's Tiffany. No.
Seriously. And then you're like, wait, I put the bid at $10. Wait a second.
I take it back.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm so glad you have grandmother's rings.
Yeah. Well, Sam, I am thrilled. And now Sam and I have it's something that we're thinking about doing. We might do this maybe once a quarter. So just be, thinking about that if you want to jump. The next one we may offer it a little bit earlier so more people can jump on. So just kind of, if you are a VJA seller or you're a VAMP seller, kind of be thinking about that. And if you are a seller on VAMP and you also want to be a seller on VJA, or if you're a VJA seller and you also want to be a VAMP seller, that it's okay. It's okay. We both sell vintage, but we both sell different vintage things. Does that make sense? And we love that we love our communities meshing together too. So we really like to see that.
It's just party hopping.
It's just party hopping. Yeah, it's party hopping. Yeah, check out everybody's catalogs. Oh, you have your grandma's wooden warty frog. Yeah. I have my grandma was a nurse and I have all of her nursing badges.
Oh gosh.
I mean, just like little things like that. So anyway. Okay, Sam. Did you have anything else you wanted to say before we said goodbye? Now, don't go anywhere, guys, because I'm going to do my sale at 6:00.
Stay here. I'm leaving. I'm peacing out, guys, but I'm going to be in the chat, all the live sales. You'll see me. I make tons of comments, conversation. I'm going to try to buy something from every single live sale. You guys do too. Okay. Let's get some treasures. Let's party hop between VJA and VAMP. And our last seller is 11:30 EST. So we've got an awesome party, an awesome long party.
An awesome long party. That's right.
Do it. All right.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm not sure how to do it. I think you can kick me out. Thank you, Misty.
Yeah. Yep. I can.
Okay. Bye,
guys. Isn't she cute? She's the cutest thing ever. I love her. Well, it's just now me. It's just me now. But yeah, she's so adorable. She's so cute. We're going to do a marketplace stroll. That's right. So I probably am not going to be able to get through all of these figurines, but you never know. It depends on how fast we go. And, I'm a yapper, so it depends on how much yapping I do. But we only got a half an hour. Because like I said, I got to bust out of here. I have a meeting at 7:00 that I'm going to have to run to. So I have lots of figurines, so go ahead and take a look. Also, if you buy one item, then you've unlocked discounted shipping. And it's always a good idea at all of the sales tonight, when you buy something, take a look at the sellers, buy it now, because you're going to get discounted shipping. So if you see something that you are interested in and you've purchased something already, then, unlock that discounted shipping. Also, everything, I am going to be going live tomorrow at noon Eastern from an antique mall. I'm going to do a live shop along with me from the antique mall. So if you, I'm not going to be doing the shipping until I get back from that. So if you want to come over to the sale tomorrow at noon when I'm live shopping and you've bought something today, you've already unlocked discounted shipping. So it's just it's a good deal. So be thinking about that. Also, it's going to be at the antique mall that I'm set up in, which is Southern Roots here in Bedford, Indiana. And when I walk around the mall and you guys say, "Hey, Misty, show that thing," I'll show it. We'll run it. And if you buy it, you buy it. And, we're going to support even other small businesses from the antique mall. So that's tomorrow, noon Eastern. It will be on VAMP. But I will also be streaming it on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. But in order to purchase something, you'll have to be over on VAMP to be able to do that. I also wanted to say too that not only do we have live sales going on, we have a lot of amazing sellers that don't have live sales. Oh, it's Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. On everything. So make sure that you're strolling around and you're looking through and, check out the other, we call them static listings, all the other sellers. Oh, you bought that? Oh, that is the cutest thing ever. I just got that, Sam, and it's so cute. So yay! Sam made the first purchase. Thank you, Sam. But it's true. It's a true mug. It is, girls make better bosses or women make better bosses or something like that. So, all right. I also wanted to say too that during the sales tonight, listen, I say this all the time. Go through my buy it now and start liking items. Because guess what? You like it, I'm gonna send you an offer. So start liking items that you're like, ooh, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna send you an offer. Maybe it'll be an offer that you can't refuse. Or maybe you just, you're like, I'm gonna wait. But like the seller's items, because when you heart something and you like it, the seller gets a notification that you liked it and they will send you an offer. More than likely. They should, at least. But they may not, but they should. So take a stroll around and start liking items. Also, follow me if you see follow. Oh my gosh, Sandy, that is so cute. I'm not going to run over and get it. Normally, I run over and grab it and show it, but it's way over there today. So it's really cute. But thank you, Sandy. Also, what was I going to say? Well, it'll come to me at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Maybe someone will remind me here in a few minutes, but let's go to auctions. All right, so I do have pre-bids on items, and I'm probably going to show those items first. So if you, I know it's a live sale, I'm trying. If you see something in my auction and you like it, you can go ahead and put that pre-bid in, and I will hopefully have time to show it. So I have never found her before, and she was amazing. So it's Art Gift Corporation. She's from 1958. Also, if the chat's on your way, you can swipe and it'll go away. But this is Art Gift Corporation. She's the Angel of Mexico. See, it says right there, Angel of Mexico. She's got this lace all the way around her little dress, and she's in perfect condition. She doesn't have any repairs. She is marked on the bottom. She is, let me pop this up so I can see her measurements. She is 4.5 inches tall and no chips or cracks. Even her little, you always got to check the little halos too, because sometimes they are damaged. So right now she's at $27. I'm going to go ahead and start the auction now. I only have 30 minutes. I know you got to remind me, because I'm a yapper. I haven't done a 30-minute sale in a while. I like an hour sale is good for me. But isn't she lovely? It's a little blurry. I loved her little polka dotted shirt. Hi, our cozy home with Gina. Welcome. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying hard. I turned 50 on June 1st, and I'm really trying really hard to get 50,000 subscribers by June 1st. It's not going to happen, but you never know. You never know. So make sure that you're subscribed. Yeah, she's great. All right. Zona, she is coming to you. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm not going to do the shipping until after I go live at the antique mall. So you will get discounted shipping, because I'm not going to do it until I get back. But I will be doing shipping tomorrow. So everything will go to the post office on Friday morning or Thursday afternoon. All right. Next, I have these. I'm going to go ahead and show these because you get 3 of them. But I want to move this little tray out of my way. Hey, Fatbirds is winning this one. So these are little, let me close her out. Boop. These are Ardco, little brown bunnies. Yes, Easter is over, but you know what? Bunnies are not just for Easter. They are for year round. So look at how cute they are. And you will get all 3 of them. They do have their Ardco, oh my gosh, Ardco sticker on the bottom. And they're made in Taiwan. They don't have any damage to them. And they're all 3 different poses. So we've got that guy. They kind of remind me of jackalobes, and that guy. So there are 3 different poses. They are ceramic or porcelain, actually. They're crisp and white on the bottom. They are porcelain. So we're going to go ahead and start them. They have a pre-bid of 17. You will get all 3 of our little bunnies. This one's my favorite right here with his little feet. I wish we had bunnies in our garage and not raccoons. That would be much easier, probably. But then Mama Kitty would eat the bunny. So there's that. There's that. Oh, look at these. Look at Fatbirds with her max bid. I put in max bids all the time because I have to refrain from going to sales because I will buy everything. I can't. So if you put in a max bid, Jilly, you're going to Canada. Can I go with you? You're going to Canada, bunnies. Thank you, Jilly. If you, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, Canada. Oh, it'll come to me here in a minute. Okay, let me go. I'm going to go down to the items that have bids, and then we'll get to the ones that don't. I love little boy figurines. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I do max bids because it can give yourself a limit. Like we talked about this morning. So if you're like, I am not going to spend over X amount of dollars, so I'm going to put my max bid in, and it bids for you just like you do on eBay. If you're bidding on eBay, nobody knows what your max bid is but you. And it can help you budget, because when you're at an auction, you're like, I'm going to get that from that person. Okay. Anyway, this is a little boy. He is Price Imports. And there's his sticker on the bottom. And I collect clocks. So he would be, it dawned on me after I said that this morning, he would be great in a clock collection. But I'm selling him. So he's adorable. He also doesn't have any damage. His head has never been repaired. It is a little, it's time for me to watch Titanic, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and start him at $17 at his pre-bid for 20 seconds. He is 4 inches tall. I love the little boy figurines. They didn't make as many of them as they did girls, but I love him. I don't know if he's like considered like New Year's, but he's really pretty cute. Hi, everybody. Give me a high five. He just gave you all a high five. Thank you. He's going to Canada too. Gosh darn it, Canada. I said, gosh darn it, Canada. Karen, I could have shipped him with your other things. I might still be able to. We'll see if I can work him in. But anyway, hello, Vintage Flipping Nurse. It's so good to see you here. Thank you for coming. All right, let's see. Let's see what else. Oh, here, I'll just go to this little thing that says pre-bids. I don't know. Sometimes the pictures get all turned around. So this is July. And they get all flipped around. I don't know why that is. Where are you at, July? Oh, here you are. July is coming. It's right around the corner. I was able to buy all dressed potato chips from the store the other day. That was exciting. All right, here she is. She is a NAPCO. Her mold or her model number. Her mold number is A1367. She is for the July Angel. She's got her little top hat. She also is free from damage and flaws, and she has her NAPCO foil sticker on the bottom. She is 4.5 inches tall, and we're going to go ahead and start her. She's a pre-bid of $25, so that's where we're going to start her. $25 for 20 seconds. Also, you might notice tonight, some of the sellers, they have different times. Like my sweet spot is 20 seconds to run an item. Some people like to run their items a little bit longer. So you might see different styles of way people have live sales, but make sure that tonight, thank you guys so much for your bids. Make sure that you are following all of the sellers that you attend their sales tonight. You follow all of their sales or you follow the sellers. That way you'll be notified every time they go live. So we need to rally around our live sellers and show them a lot of support. Shop Lightning Bugs, thank you so very much. That is going to be a great addition. It's going to be great for 4th of July and summer display. Okay, let's see. Okay, one of the things wait, which one is this? We talked about this earlier. This is the Ding Dong Bell. That was my nickname in high school. Did you guys know that? The Ding Dong Bell? No, it really wasn't, but okay. My obsession is Joseph, California. They're the earlier Joseph pieces. And it's also very helpful when they have the sticker that says Joseph Originals, California. You can kind of tell a difference in their face. So they look a little bit more youthful. So this is a Joseph, and then this is a Joseph, California. So they look a little bit more youthful. Their faces are a little bit more chubbier. So once you know what you're looking for, you can kind of tell that, yeah, that's a Joseph, California. But when they have their sticker on them, that's even better. But she's a bell. She's the Ding Dong Bell. So you can see she has a little pink dress. And she has her little ding dong bell. And she also has her name. The glare is so bad. I am so sorry. So no chips or cracks on her. I think that she's just 3 inches tall. Yeah, she's just 3 inches tall. So we're going to start her at her pre-bid of $14. I have her cousin. I don't know if her cousin has a pre-bid or not, but she's the wedding belle. But you see, she's a little bit more pink. She's a little bit more peach. And she's got her little bell. The bells are hard to find. I'm obsessed with the Joseph. I love them. But I mean, yes, she is a belle, but if you don't pick her up, she's just a figurine. Nobody has to know that she's a belle, because I know bells get a bad rep. You know, they get a bad rep because people are like, I don't collect bells, but she's just a figurine at this point. I don't think I have a pre-bid on her cousin yet. So, all right, I'm just going to go. I've got this Lefton birthday girl. Now, she has a repair, and I listed that in the listing. So she is great, but she's fallen from grace a little bit because she's lost her wings. We don't know what happened to her, but she doesn't have her wings any longer. But her head's never been repaired. Even her little flowers and her basket are all intact. All of the spaghetti is wonderful. She's a June angel. A lot of times the June angels will have the rings and she's got her flowers. She is Rose Pearl, number 489. She's a George Zoltan Lefton, which I say all the time. If I have a son again, his name would be Zoltan. Little Zoltan Pate. But yeah, you don't notice that she doesn't have her wings unless you flip her around. So I still thought that she had value. And so does Cheryl, because Cheryl's at has her at $16. Now, if she had her wings, and she's running, if she had her wings, she would be worth remarkably more, because this is a little bit harder one to find, because normally the June angels have their little wedding rings. Hi, Diane. So there she is with her sweet little face. If you've got a birthday in June like me, I think that she had a night out at the bar and she lost her wings. She's like, I don't want those wings. No ways. Anyway. Oh, Cheryl's back in at 20. Honestly, the back of her, where her wings were, it almost looks like a little bit of a heart. Boy, that glare. It looks like a little bit of a heart. All right. Cheryl. She's coming to you. Thank you so very much. Oh, Lord, have mercy. We gotta hurry. Okay. So there's the wedding bell. It's her cousin. It's Ding Dong. It's Ding Dong's cousin, the wedding bell. Joseph, California also has her Joseph, California sticker and the wedding bell. She's 3 inches tall. She's in excellent condition. We're going to go ahead and start her at $14 for 20 seconds. She is holding her little wedding rings. I think that these would be cute, though, too, if you were hosting a wedding shower and you were hosting it for somebody who really liked vintage. That would be a cute little gift, or even like a little cake topper for a shower. You're a June baby. You know what? I have a collection of the Misfits. It doesn't bother me if things have boopers on them sometimes, because I collect the Misfits. Thank you so much, Paula. She is coming to you. All right. Here's something that I have a hard time saying. Artisan Rinconada. It's a camel. Now, this is the only animal. The rest of them, well, some of them are animals, but this is an animal. He's not a person. But they're made in Uruguay. It is stamped on the bottom right there. No damage to this little guy. He is retired, so they don't make this one anymore. He's number 64 from the Classic Design Collection. We're going to go ahead and start him at $15 for 20 seconds. These are really nice because it's like an earthenware pottery, and then we've got the high glaze of some of the pieces, so it makes it really stand out. The Orphan Salt and Pepper Shakers, they are promoted to figurines, which I love. So if you have a nativity scene, he would be really nice. I don't really know. Did Artisanerie, did they do a nativity scene? Because he kind of looks like that's what he would go with. All right, Sandy. You're going to Sandy's house. Thank you so much, Sandy. All right. I've got no strings to hold me down, to something and make me frown. This is Pinocchio. I don't think that he is stamped Walt Disney Productions. He's definitely made in Japan. He's not even stamped Japan. But this little guy is 4.5 inches tall, and no damage. Now, the one I sold yesterday had huge hands. He kind of has big hands too, but he's so, so cute. I'm going to start him at $9 for 20 seconds, 4.5 inches tall, no damage to him. He does stand very nice on his own. So if you're a Disney collector, look at that side eye he's giving you too. Do you like Disney? Because I'm Pinocchio. Pinocchio was never my favorite movie. It wasn't. I love Disney, and this is going to make maybe some people mad, but I'm not a Disney movie fan. I like Disney parks and Walt Disney, but I'm not a Disney movie person. I mean, I had to watch it when my kids were little, but I don't watch it anymore. All right. This is a Joseph Arnart collab. I can't. Oh gosh, Jilly. Shazay la femme bleu bleu. Shazay la femme bleu. But she is a collab with Joseph and Arnart. So there is her sticker, and it's also etched in there on the bottom. Okay, it's the blue woman. This is the blue woman. She has no damage at all. So she's a little bit harder of a piece to find for this collaboration that they did, but she's lovely. No chips or cracks. So we're going to start her at $15 for 20 seconds, and she is running. All of her little flowers are all intact. They did different colorways. Even her little bouquet is really, really nice. Hi, Susan. Susan and I are going to Ireland 23 days. We are going to be eating, and the hotel that we're staying in, there are like 8 or 9 antique stores that are in walking distance. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Another Joseph girl. My gosh, you better hurry, Misty. Well, this is going to be speed. All right. Joseph, no damage. She is the April girl. She's got her little diamond in her flower and her birthstone. She doesn't have her, well, she does have a Japan stamp, but she's stamped on the bottom and she doesn't have a Joseph sticker. I'm going to start her at $12 for 20 seconds. Look at her. I love these because they have dead eyes. I don't know why I like that, but dead eyes. They have no eyeballs. They just have little black dots for eyes. But even her little hand is all still intact with no damage there. All right, Paula, do you love the Josephs too? We need to do a deep dive on the, you know, Joseph was not a man. Oh my gosh, these are my favorite. These two things are my favorite. Okay, this one is the Lego, the September. So these are my favorite. These are bisque porcelain, which is, I don't like to touch them, but I like to look at them. So she's got her books because she's going back to school. She's got her wings. There's her butt and her little daisy in her hair. We're going to start at $15 for 20 seconds. I got the December one too. They did these for all 12 months. She's from the 1960s, so she's very mod. She's very kitschy. She's got her books and her little she kind of looks like she's looking at us like, excuse me? But cover me up. Excuse me. I love her little face. She's very, very sassy. I have her sister in December. So we've got her. Sandy is in at 21. Guys, the ones that I don't get to, I will be bringing Tuesday at 5 p.m. Jay, Harper's Things Vintage, and I are doing a fundraiser live sale for a charity for dogs and cats, for shelter dogs and cats. And proceeds will go to the shelter for their fundraiser event. So what I don't sell here today, I will bring, I'm going to do her sister real quick. I will bring them to next Tuesday night's sale. All right, here's her sister. She is December. Also, no damage. Her butt's a little bit more covered up than her sister's butt, though. But we're going to go ahead and start her at $15 for 20 seconds. Again, from the 1960s, very mod. We foster community while fostering pets. Oh, I love that. I am going to be, Jay's going to have a lot of things where she's going to do free shipping. I'm trying to figure out, there's a couple pieces that I'm going to do that 100% of the proceeds are going to go to the charity. Nikki Moss! She's coming to you. All right. now the next item that we have a pre-bid on is her. She's a May girl. She's going to bring you all of your, you better eat your fruit. I'm going to bring it to you. Look at that big nana in her basket. She's May. And you know what, May? May is coming up real soon. So she says, I'm here for May. I don't know why May has a lot of fruit in her, because I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start her. It's going to be May. We're going to start her at $12 for 20 seconds. It's going to be May. She is 4.5 inches tall. No, I love her little polka dotted hat kerchief, I guess. Yeah. And Paula she's raking it in because she's got that discounted shipping. And Paula, thank you so much, Paula. Paula, if you come to the live with me tomorrow, you already unlocked discounted shipping. All right, we got one more with a pre-bid. She is September. September is also coming. Emma was born in September. I love finding these angels that have a depiction of what month it is. So she's got her 2 + 2 is 4. When I first saw this, I saw S and S is 4. It's 2 + 2 is 4. But she is September. She's got her apple. That's supposed to look like it has a bite taken out of it. She doesn't have any damage to her wings, to her halo. She does not have her NAPCO sticker on the bottom, but she does have her mold number of A1369. So we're going to start her at $12 for 20 seconds for our little September NAPCO Angel of the Month with her books. Now, if you find the Halloween ones, woo, those are crazy expensive. She looks like she's reading a book about the wacky tobacco, or she's very tired. She stayed up all night studying. She's very, very tired. All right, what time is it? Okay, we got a few more minutes. All right, so nothing else has a pre-bid. So now I'm just going to say, what do I want to show? I'm going to show these because these are amazing. These are very hard to find. They're very hard to find. They're very hard to find kitsch. They're made from Shafford ceramics, which I collect. I collect the pill heads. I don't know, but I love her. So they're called Alter Egos. They're from 1958, I think. There is the bottom of them. Now, the bigger one has a boober on the side here. But here, look at, hey, big fella, what you doing? Look at, she got her low-cut dress on and her pearls and her fan. And she says, I sure fight for my virtue. And then her alter ego comes along and says, but how you love to surrender. So they would have been chained together like the little chained critters do. But they are the little gingers, and her face is giving me all kinds of life. She doesn't have any damage at all. You can connect the chains if you wanted to. I do have the measurements in the listing. I'm going to go ahead and run her. I'm going to start her at $20. Obviously you get the pair, but she's a full figured girl, and she's lost her wings too, apparently. But I love her little bow. I know they're fun. They are alter egos made by Shafford Ceramics from Japan. They both got little chestfuls, but she's like the little devil that lives on her shoulder. You like to give in, don't you? Anyway, all right. These are going to be listed in the Buy It Now, which is an amazing thing to be able to do. If you don't sell something in an auction, then you can automatically convert it to a Buy It Now. I'm going to do one more. Okay, this girl. She's also one that I don't see very often at all. She is NAPCO, the Mish Carnation Flower of the Month. She's from 1950, not 1957, Nikki, but 1956. She's got her carnation hat, and she's holding her carnation. She's trimmed in yellow. She has her original NAPCO sticker and her mold mark. No damage on her at all. She is a harder one to find as well with her little heart lips. I'm going to start her at $14 for 20 seconds. If there's any interest in her, she's got her braids. Now, these little girls were never made to have wings, so she's a wingless angel, but this is of the Flower of the Month line. Thank you, Shop Lightning Bugs. She'd be great, I think, in a 4th of July display because of all of the red. I mean, she's carnation, so you can absolutely use her all year round. Thanks, Shop Lightning Bugs. Woohoo! All right. Okay. If there's anything else, what's that? See, I think I can just do one. I'm going to do one more. We're going to do one more. We're going to do her because she's great. She is actually a Lefton. So Lefton did a line called the Little Homemaker, and they were doing different chores, and she is washing the dishes. So she is made by Lefton, and she's in excellent condition. I love her little pigtails. She's washing the dishes. Somebody at one time put some felt on the bottom of her. I'm going to go ahead and start her at $12 for 20 seconds. But she's in excellent condition. They have some that are ironing, I think. They all different kinds of little chores that they're doing. Okay, I am going to, as soon as this is over, we are going to go. Yeah, it is. You stay in that kitchen, girl. We're going to go over. Oh, thank you, Sandy. And we are going to raid our next seller, which is Bella's Treasures. Now, just so you know, too, the other VAMP seller, the VJA sellers may not be selling all jewelry. They might be bringing, they got some other home decor items too that they're going to be bringing tonight too. So if you don't like jewelry, it's okay. They may not even be selling a lot of jewelry. All right, Sandy, she is coming to you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please go over and join all of these wonderful sellers. Show them some love. Just chat around in the chat. I so appreciate you guys being here. On behalf of Sam and I, thank you so much for supporting our marketplaces and supporting our sellers. We really, really do appreciate it. We now are going to go on over to Bella's Treasures, and I'm going to run home real quick. All right. Thank you guys again so much for coming, and let's go over and visit Bella.